And
They're watching you.
The life of
they don't like
Martins.
the truth. We were just talking about this before we brought you on,
truth.
Mike, is that the courage it takes for somebody to speak against the narrative, is rare.
Never mind the narrative, but never mind the merit. Never mind that. We were predicting. We were doing prediction shows on our channel. We were telling you guys, like,
That's
not you guys,
saying.
but everybody in 2019, they're going to pull the trigger on the pandemic. So I found 2 videos from 2019 where I said they're going to do that because we painted ourselves into an economic corner and there's no more confidence in governments. And no one, and the whole world was protesting in 2019. This is just me saying, and they're going to pull the trigger on the
But
pandemic.
where did you hear that it was going to be a pandemic then? Like, what the fuck?
I just made that up. You can watch the video. It's months
before. You made
before.
It up?
Well, I made up
like
the
idea
that I made up the idea because there's no other way they could paint this into any other corner unless they would.
That's what you came up with? Like, you took this whole scenario and you said, the only way out is a pandemic?
Yes. Do you want to see the video?
No, I believe you, but yes, I do want to see the video, but not right now. But yes, I want to post. I'm going to put something here, hopefully.
Yeah.
Probably not,
Mike's video.
I would like to see that.
So the video, the raw video is up still, timestamped, I think September of 2019.
Yes.
And I don't talk around a pandemic. I say there's just something real big happening. It's either going to be a real hot war they're going to pull us into and take a percentage of us, or they're going to pull the trigger on a pandemic.
So hold on a sec. Because it's the Canadian Real Estate Show, we're going to try and keep things kind of tied to real estate.
Go real estate.
But hold on a sec. I want to ask you, like, did you know? Because I don't know anybody, and I don't remember. I mean, I've been following you for years. I don't remember what you said, but like when the pandemic did hit, were you like, prices are going to go to the moon? Like, did you know this?
No, I didn't know about prices going to the moon. I thought we're going to go through
deep depression, right?
A repair scenario. Yeah.
Repair. I've never heard that before. Repair
prices are going to correct because obviously when people can't go to work, they can't pay their bills, right? So
that's what you'd think, right?
Yeah. That's
everyone
what you
thought that.
Yeah.
But but what most people, I think, didn't forecast is the extraordinary amount of money printing, right?
Oh,
like that's the difference, no?
The money printing was so it's like the printers couldn't keep up, right? And that's why they need to go digital so they could just create money on a which they do out of debt, of course. We know this already, but basic debt structure. But
the printers couldn't keep up, TK.
I think that they didn't have enough zeros.
They had to make it digital because the printers
these numbers aren't getting big enough.
That's crazy.
These spreadsheets don't fit all these zeros.
I never thought of that before, but seriously, I mean, there probably isn't a printer that could keep up right now with the amount of money that got printed.
We know that they're not actually printing any money.
No, but I know that. But even if they wanted to, like, they had to come up. They probably knew that.
Not even the printer, but the material. They don't even have the paper to print it on.
Don't even have the paper to print it on.
They don't even have the paper to print it on.
Do you think they knew at like, I don't know, in 2000 that there'd be this big event where they'd have to print all this money, and that's why things started going more digital with banking?
Well, digital money printing is a must now for most governments and government for governance, because governments are having a tough time paying the public servants. And if you get rid of the private sector, like myself, I have a little toy store and I'm getting hammered to death. I haven't paid myself. Well, I started paying myself a few months ago, but I didn't pay myself for 2 years because I couldn't afford to pay myself and keep my business open. So, but the public servants are fighting for tooth and nail for 15, 20, 30% right now in Canada. They're in their second day of public service strikes. Mm-hmm. Now, they have to make that kind of money because they are basically having to, they're living this very mediocre median household, average Canadian life that we lived back in 82 and 84 and 89. But they still want to maintain that lifestyle, but it's just unobtainable. It's prohibitively expensive to live a basic lifestyle in Canada anymore. It's prohibitively expensive. And I've been seeing it locally, and it's very heartbreaking what I've been seeing locally. And I'm getting reports from other people is that the lineup usage at food banks is horrendous. Horrendous. And I'm not talking about homeless people in the lineups. I'm going by and checking out the lineup. I'm seeing people that work in the public sector. I'm seeing truck drivers. I'm seeing people like full-time workers. And the lineup, guys, I thought the lineup was for the bank to open. I was wrong. It was actually for the food bank.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Where's this?
In my little town of Merritt. It's the food bank's open, mind you, 2 days or 3 days of the week. So, and you would think, 2-3 days of the week, but I guess they amalgamate everybody on those 2-3 days. So the lineups get big. So, but then I'm getting reports from Chilliwack, Vancouver, Abbotsford, Surrey. The food bank lineups are going like stretching a block and a half.
What's the homeless problem like in Vancouver? Have you seen it firsthand? Like I've seen videos and
I
stuff.
lived in Vancouver. Yeah, I lived in Vancouver, and I have a lot of videos still on my channel from 7, 8, 9 years ago when I lived there. We did a Vancouver is Dying little segment series back, I don't know, 7, 8 years ago. And then we did BC is Dying. And now that they've legalized all the hard drugs, it's crazy, guys.
It's gotta be so crazy. They legalized like heroin, no?
I think
Can
it was
I tell
like
you-
What's going on here?
In BC, or is it just in Vancouver? What is it?
British Columbia did, and Ontario is doing it in the next week
What the
or
fuck?
two.
You see,
Hmm.
weed is a gateway drug. Like they open up with the weed, and next thing you know, heroin's legal everywhere. What's going on in this country?
D, I got a story I want to share with you. You're gonna like. This is up D's alley story. Okay.
All right.
I'm opening up my door, my store, in the front door. I'm just getting my stuff. I have a few things with me. A guy in a very pimped out SUV slows his vehicle down, rolls his windows down, and he says, "Hey," and he's with a good looking woman beside him, and he says to me, "Hey, where can I get some blow?" And I'm like,
What?
I don't know. He's, "Come on, it's legal now. You could tell me. Give me a number." I'm like, I don't do drugs. So I'm opening so he stood there, double parked in traffic, say, "Come on, give me a number, man." And then I'm like, I don't know anybody. I don't do drugs. So then the guy sped away, peeled out his tires.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What's going on,
True
TK?
story, Daryl. Why was that up Daryl's alley? Just
Why?
so I
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I don't know. I just wanted to.
What?
I just want to know
What does Mike know about me?
because he
I'm
drove a
just
nice
joking,
car.
guys.
That's what it was. He drove
Was
a nice
it the
car. So
peeling off like an asshole part?
Good looking
What?
woman.
Good looking
good-looking woman.
All right.
There you go. All right.
Thank
There-
you.
Fair enough.
I'll live
Touche,
with that.
touche.
I'm good
Yep.
with that. Thank you.
So, Mike, we want to know, like, what else have you been saying? Because it's been a while since we talked to you. So what else has started to happen now with the economy and with the markets that you've been talking about for a long time that maybe
Okay,
we haven't
so-
touched on?
So I've been I mean,
Gosh.
I have a thing on YouTube is kind of nice in a way because they still have that magnifying glass up. So you could go to the magnifying glass and search across a channel.
Mhm.
And when you go to my channel and you search across inflation, the stuff I was talking about 8, 9, 10 years ago is horrendous. The food hauls I was bringing in I couldn't believe what we were already paying for food. And then there's one video on there that really stuck out to me that really got to me, and it really played me hard, was for the longest time in early 2010, 11, and 12, the reason why the price of food was skyrocketing was because the price of oil was going over $120 a barrel. So they had to obviously tell people the price of transporting the food, producing the food, manufacturing, and all logistics is going to go up because oil's going up. And generally speaking, you would say, yeah, you know what? They're right. Yeah, the price of oil's going up. But then a few months after, I got the video up on around that date when it happened, the price of oil almost hits $20 a barrel, but the price of food still kept going up. So they couldn't use that narrative of price of oil keeps going up, so food needs to go up. So they've been hitting us hard with food for a long time.